Okay, I know it's been some weeks. Had an issue, and then after that issue, I got sick again. It tested positive or negative for COVID, but it sure seemed like COVID because all I can smell is the inside of a dumpster and I can't taste anything. Have no clue. My wife works at the hospital, likely source, and I'm actually recovering. You might hear my voice sounds a little different, and she picked it up a couple of days ago, and she is now going through it. So we just did kind of maintenance without videoing, and you can see where we're at on the tank. I was talking to Joe Harvey, and I guess the AGA snagged him as a judge, and he kind of pressured me to enter the AGA. Now, obviously, this tank is very public. So if any of those judges have seen it, and I don't think Joe Harvey watches my videos, the guy is busy and has no time for it, and I don't send him pictures or anything like that. So we'll just enter this, and if they have seen it, we'll get dinged. Whatever. It's been such a I guess chore to get anywhere with this tank, with the soil being whatever it was, and then swapping to this sand 3 months ago, and then trying to get this tank into any condition that's even remotely presentable. I imagine anyone who follows is like, this guy sucks at this craft, and yeah, I may, but here we are. Things much better. I think the last video we had this Macandra kind of in a different position. I'll let my wife handle it, and it kind of got tweaked a little more straight across, but that's okay. We're just going to ride it out. We don't have time. We've only got to the 29th or 26th, something like that, and today is the 6th, so that's only 20 days realistically to work with. So today what we're going to do, this hygrophila back here just refuses to grow, so it's got to go. And now, since we only have 20 days, it's going to require big plants to be replacements. So we're going to have to do something. I don't have too many big plants. So what I'm thinking is this Augustifolia is going to get, there's at least 3 stems there, and maybe that's going to fill in that back right side, and we're going to tighten up this limno and just have it like this. So it's going to be this kind of this big mass compared to this little smaller mass over here. I finally got the name in the last video. Persicaria is not doing well, but it looks like it's kind of wanting to come out, but the reality is we're not going to have enough time. So I do have some Reuben doing well in my 40, but the issue is anytime I move something from the aqua soil into here, it gets really upset. So what we'll do is we'll just let that keep growing in the 40. Hopefully it can get tall enough. If the Persicaria doesn't manage to get some height on it and look okay, you can just see some like these leaves degraded. There's some algae on them. I don't think it'll recover or get tall enough, and then we'll be able to cut away those bottoms. It'd probably be too short. So yeah, the Reuben, and I do have some Rotala blood red that is growing okay in the 120. And maybe we could just do a fast swap if it gets tall enough. So those are my 2 options. Now, color-wise, we only have 2 really. This Belexia is a color, so maybe that'll count. But I think I'd probably get dinged on not enough reds as well, which was the issue back in 2023 for the 120. We did not have enough reds. That was brought to our attention. This, you can see I put in some feathers duster. We moved the Clino to another spot. We did bring in the Belexia. But real quick, we're going to take these, I forget the name of this one. We're going to take this out, the sword is out, and this Nymphia is going to be moved out so we can start really seeing what the tank is going to be. I'm thinking the feather duster, if this gets moved over to here. Unfortunately, if we're just gonna have to get dinged on the color similarities over here, we'll probably just tighten that limno up somehow, get this spread out, and we'll take the feather duster and we'll move it to the curtain position, and we'll take the loose ends and then move it into where this was. That's gonna leave me short on what the heck I'm going to do with a curtain over here. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. Also, this is a new plant that's came in from, believe it or not, Joe Harvey. If you want the best plants available and really rare ones, reach out to him on Scape Crunch. He has a list that you can order from. I think we're going to pull that just because leaf is too similar to the limno over here. And I have enough stargrass to kind of get in there, and I think that should be okay. It's a real delicate stem, so getting it out is going to be a bear, but hopefully we can do that. And it's in the 75, which is black diamond blasting sand, so hopefully the transition is good for it, or okay with it, or it's okay with it. And that should fill in the center. Now the street has issues, right? We battled that algae on there. We've knocked it all back, but the lower leaves have taken a hit. So literally today we're going to have to spend a lot of time on this, and we're going to move some of these taller ones to the back, and the shorter one in the back on the right, you may not be able to see it, we'll move it forward, and just kind of redo this real quick so it's a little more even, because if I trim the tops or anything like that, it's never going to recover in time. So yeah, it's that time to peak to time, or time to peak, so we have to circumvent that a little bit. The only other issue it maybe is drawing out some of the clino into the front here. We had done that before and I didn't like it, but I'm just, one plant, two plants kind of thing. I don't know, maybe we have to take a few of these out of the back and move them from the front to the back. So yeah, that's the plan today. We're gonna take the tallest of this Taiwan lily, the tallest section of it, and we're going to trace that stem down and clip them so the next layer can come up, because in 20 days it's going to be at the surface, and we're going to try and prevent that time to peak. All right, so that's the plan today. I'll shoot over to the 120. It's okay-ish, yeah. So you'll see that. But yeah, the mass in this tank definitely coming up. I'm in love with this plant. It's like my new favorite right now. It's not red. It's nice pinks. It grows darn quick. We've literally cut it back twice since the last video, and it's come back very nicely each time. So yeah, I'll shoot over to the 120 so you can see that. Okay, here's the 120, and we literally did a water change on it 2 days ago, and you can see how quickly this dusty stuff keeps coming back, although it's really not dust, it's that filamentous weirdness. So yeah, it's growing, but again, the same kind of issue. Lower leaves get that algae. You can really see it on this Nymphia. I think today we're just gonna, instead of spot dosing, we're just gonna cut all that away. And let the thing regrow. But overall, I think the Ratalas are doing the best. The Mirio is hit or miss. You can kind of see how it looks a little greenish here. Just kind of those lower sections get that little bit of algae. We're going to reset it all today. We put limno in here for, because it's supposed to be the farm tank. And we actually stole some and cut some. So it's a little hit. So we're going to redo all the tops again right to the bottom. This is a new plant. This is another Persicaria that stays green. Came from Joe Harvey. Came in perfect, but I put it in this tank because I really don't have any space anywhere else, and it's got that algae. I'm thinking it may be immersed and it's starting to convert, and that's why it's really doing that. So probably what I'll do is I'll move it to the 75 and just let it do its thing for a good long while. No spot dosing today, just scrape it, change it, and that'll be it. We'll probably sell a couple of the rotundifolia and orange juice stems. They look okay-ish at a point where I can cut off. Oddly this one was changed first, and it's only a week difference, but I would have thought that this one would be doing better. We're not scraping the back wall. I'm just spraying it. I'm wondering, as we scrape, we throw all those particles of algae out if they're just reattaching in other places. So I'm just going to keep spraying it with hydrogen peroxide and hopefully kill it back and eventually have this tank in a good spot. All right, so we'll see you after all the maintenance, guys. Thank you. Okay, the next day, we did move a couple of things this morning, and so the water's just a tinge cloudy. You can kind of see that. So this is what we've got. This is going to be it. You can see all the changes we made. We did put in, what is this, Pogo Samsoni. It was in another tank just way back in the corner. So hopefully we have about 20 days, or 14, 15, 16, yeah, it's like 2 weeks and some days. Hopefully we can get the tank all filled in. If not, what we'll do is for the final shot, we'll lower the water line. So yeah, kind of happy with where it's at. The only questionable thing is going to be the Rotala. It's kind of a slower grower, and it does have some algae from the 120. So I probably will dose that next week, those little areas, and just kind of hope that it grows nice and tall along with the other plants. This curtain here, the feather duster, we kind of thinned it out. If it's kind of slow too. If it doesn't look quite right, we'll figure something else out. But really, the entire tank is just kind of dependent on filling in. We did reset the lily. I thought I had a few, like 3 weeks, but it's turned out it's like 2 weeks and some days. So hopefully it'll get big and nice within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so not too much to say. It's just really we're going to be doing twice a week water changes, monitoring for any algae. I did bump the light up to kind of speed things up. If I see any additional algae, like new spots of algae, not the algae that's there getting worse, I'll take it down one notch. But yeah, hopefully it all goes well, nice and smooth, and we can get the entry. If we actually get the entry, that'll be a miracle from what I've gone through. Only other issues, maybe this street, we did move this around. I would probably in the future make it a little bit thinner, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll fill in. If it doesn't, what we'll do is we'll make it a little bit thinner and then maybe spread out the Samsoni. But that's going to be dependent if the Samsoni grows or not. It's kind of a slower grower, but it's not real slow or by any means. And it does want to, when it grows up, it will kind of throw these runners, or not runners, but side shoots, and it gets nice and fat. So yeah, we'll probably just not shoot anything until the final shot. The 120, we did our maintenance on that. It's just basically kind of the same nonsense going on there. So with these water changes here on this tank, we're going to fill additional barrel and do a water change over there just to increase that amount and hopefully get it more stable. All right, we will see you guys in probably a couple weeks. Maybe, like I said, if you see the tank and a judge sees the tank, you're going to lose some points. Maybe I won't shoot this tank for the final shot, just to hide, what it looks like for the entry, and maybe just change a couple of things. My goal going forward after this is done is to kind of continue working on the Scape to try and improve it, and try to work with more rosette type plants versus having so many stems in the tank. So that's kind of my goal for this year after the AGA, up to the next AGA. All right, I'll give you a few minutes just to kind of look at it. The back wall is kind of like too many. We can improve that, and that'll be my goal for the next year. But enjoy for the next couple of seconds. And one thing I did forget to mention, as everything grows up and does get taller in the next couple of weeks, what we'll do is we'll start evening up these stems. I just wanted to get it in there, get it growing. So if a couple stems are shooting up, we'll correct that size so it's more even. Same with this one. This grows about every week. It'll be up here, and we'll just keep resetting that, getting it nice and pretty and smooth and into an actual like structured form.